question, the member from Leeds Grenville.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. On September 25th last year, you stood in this House and, in defending the indefensible, made a shocking statement about the gas plant scandal. You said, and I quote, "To my mind, we're dealing with a situation of manufactured discontent that the opposition is deciding to create and fabricate." In other words, you blamed us. Well, let's look at what's happened since then. The former Premier and his Energy Minister have both resigned. And now we're on our third round of document releases, despite assurances, including your own, that we had them all the first time. After all of that, do you still believe that the $1.3 billion scandal, which has outraged Ontarians, was still made up by us?
Premier.
Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I can only repeat for the honourable member that on the issue of the production
from Leeds Grenville come to order last morning.
On the production of documents, Mr. Speaker, there is a standing committee of the legislature that I believe tomorrow will begin its work into looking at it, and they will have a chance to examine all the issues and call the witnesses they want coming forward. But, you know, Mr. Speaker, it's a little unclear what the opposition wants on this. First, we offer a standing committee. They say they don't want it. Then the member from Cambridge says that he doesn't want a public inquiry because it's too expensive. And then the member from North Bay holds a press conference saying they want a public inquiry. And during the whole case, Mr. Speaker,
Stop the clock, please. When I was sitting, I told the member from Leeds Grenville that it was his last warning. I did not imply that it was a warning, but now he has one. Carry on.
So as I say, Mr. Speaker, the member from Cambridge says a public inquiry is too expensive. The member from Nipissing says that he wants a public inquiry. We offer them a select committee. They say they want a select committee, and then they vote against it by going forward with a mean and vindictive motion. And while all this is going on, we have the Leader of the Opposition standing up and pledging to vote against a budget that hasn't even been written yet. Mr. Speaker, I think it's time the official opposition figured out what they need.
Thank you. Supplementary. Premier, I can't believe on Pink Shirt Day that you refer this question to the biggest bully that's been bullying us. I find that unacceptable. Withdraw. Withdrawn. I still don't think you're taking this seriously. I want to remind you that we are asking for a select committee on Project Vapor, or whatever code name you people are calling it this week. This $1.3 billion scandal is the biggest in Ontarians' history. And in the midst of a tight election campaign, you and your party decided to save a handful of Liberal seats and sacrificing $1 billion of taxpayers' money. You know what happened because you co-chaired the campaign. So I'm asking you, will you admit today that you were wrong when you helped make that decision during the campaign? You were wrong in September when you blamed the opposition, and you're wrong by refusing. Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, it was a tight election campaign. That's why the Mississauga South PC candidate engaged in robocalls. And again, let me remind you, hi there. This is Jeff Yanishik, your Mississauga South Ontario PC candidate. I'm calling about the McGuinty-Sousa power plant that the Liberal government decided to build in your backyard. I'm against this power plant, and as your MPP, I will fight to stop the power plant from being built. Our team has been out knocking on doors every single evening for several months, talking about the power plant and making sure that we defeat the Liberals in this riding and put an end to their bad decisions. As the Leader of the Opposition said, Mr. Speaker, if they had been elected, the power plant would have been done.
Question.